Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this show as much as I am enjoying the fact that I get to do it for you here every morning. All right, well, coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about how women sleep better with a dog in the bed, how many of us would give up social media to never be sick again, and we got a lot more. But first, here is Radiohead. Z93, today's classic rock, wedding photographer in Texas who also does some Instagram modeling on the side, was working a wedding last week. She got a little drunk, had sex with one of the people there, and then she also went outside and peed on one of the trees, I guess, to exude her sexiness. She ended up getting arrested for public intoxication, and I'll tell you what, doesn't she sound like fun, huh? She sounds like she could be a real hoot to hang out with. All right, next we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we'll see how that ride to work and school is moving along. Some Cage the Elephant, the Beastie Boys, and Sublime on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. And a new study found that women sleep better when they're sharing their bed with a dog than with another person. And apparently that also explains a lot about some of these choices in the men that these women are making. All right, here's Green Day. Z93, today's classic rock, and here are the most popular food chains that people go on first dates, according to a new study. Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger, Texas Roadhouse, and Panera Bread. Man, I wish we had In-N-Out Burger here. Not for a first date, just because that's the best burger in the world. All right, coming up, we're going to check in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we'll see how that ride to work and school is moving along. Plus, we're going to have a little Linkin Park, AC/DC, and Motley Crue on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. And 29% of Americans would give up social media or caffeine if it meant that they would never get another cold. 21% would give up sex, 18% would give up TV, and 17% would give up all their vacation time. Now, to me, all those things to give up just not to get sick, that's just crazy. Toughen up, Buttercup. Here's Nirvana. Z93, today's classic rock. Now, did you take advantage of the good deals last Monday for Cyber Monday? I know I definitely did. I saved some good monies, and I can say I'm not the only one. Cyber Monday was the biggest online shopping day in history, period, with $7.9 billion in sales, which is crazy when you think about that. That's up more than 20% from last year, which is absolutely awesome for all the retailers out there. All right, next we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we'll see how that ride to work and school is moving along. Some Tom Petty, Disturbed, and Metallica on Z93. Rob Zombie, it's Dragula, Z93, today's classic rock. Okay, so the guy with the big neck, the guy who was the butt of memes for like a month straight now, I've been talking about him for weeks here on the show. Well, he's finally made it onto the Joe Rogan Experience, but only as a topic. Joe had some pretty funny things to say about the guy and his neck, and you can check it out now by heading to my blog, Z93HV.com. The keyword is Scotty. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we got some Linkin Park, Pink Floyd, and AC/DC on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock, and that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out today. Oh, another Monday down the tubes. Here comes the rest of the week, right? Thank goodness. Up next at 10 a.m., we got my man Gary C. At 2 p.m., Tigman takes over and gets you home right up until 7 p.m. I'll be back to start the whole crazy thing over again tomorrow beginning at 6 a.m. Until then, you stay classy, Hudson Valley.